Hey, what's up, guys? Joe Madden here at Picks and Parlays coming at you with some Saturday action out there on the field. We have the 4 p.m. Eastern matchup between Auburn and Vanderbilt. Now, Vanderbilt coming in as the favorite in this one, coming off that tight loss to Texas in a game in which they had a major comeback, but it just wasn't enough, losing it by 3 points. They're now a 6.5 point favorite at home in this matchup over Auburn. Auburn coming off a disappointing loss, to say the least, in a game versus Kentucky. While their defense did show up offensively, not able to get anything done, putting 3 points on the board, holding Kentucky to 10 points, resulting in their head coach, Hugh Freeze, being let go. Now, looking at the lines in this one, like I said, that spread sitting at 6.5, with Vandy being the favorite, plus 184 if you think Auburn's going to come in here and turn things around under their DC as the interim coach. Or if you're looking at a total, this one has a total of 45.5. Let's get into breaking down this game. Everything I'm liking. I've got my favorite player prop in this one. We got to go there. I've also got my side. I want to remind you guys of a couple of things happening over on picksandparlays.net. I also want to hear how you guys are doing thus far on the college football season. It truly is so hard to believe that we're already in week 11 of the college football season. So if you guys can hit that like button, we're going to get to those picks in just a second. I also want to remind you of the Weekend Warrior package going on right now at picksandparlays.net. If you like football, this is a package you want to jump in on. You can pick the handicapper of your choice, and you can get all of their football plays that they release on a Saturday and Sunday just for that $49 mark. Saturday and Sunday just for $49, you guys, and that's it. And as an added bonus, they're going to throw in those Monday plays at no extra cost. So this isn't only college football, it's the NFL as well. And you want to make sure you jump in on that. And you want to make sure you jump in on it as soon as possible. As soon as those plays start getting released for Saturday and Sunday from these handicappers, you're going to get them at time of release if you buy the package before Saturday morning. So make sure you head on over to picksandparlays.net to do that. And with so much going on in the sports world, if you're looking for more than just those plays, you want to get a long-term package. That long-term package is just $8.30 a day for the rest of 2025. You can't beat it, you guys. We know college basketball came on deck this week. We got college basketball, we got NBA, we got the NHL. We also have NFL and college football. There's so much going on out there, and you want to make sure you get those bets from your handicapper at such a low cost. So those long-term packages, definitely where your money wants to be. Okay, so turning back to this game here, Auburn versus Vandy. Now, I told you, Vandy coming into this one off a disappointing loss versus Texas. Lots of people thinking they're kind of fraudulent out there, but they proved in that game with 21 unanswered points in the fourth quarter that this team really is on a mission. They're sitting 7-2 on the season, 5-0, so undefeated at home. And you look at the press releases after, and you get the comments out of their tight end Cole Spence in their last press conference. I do think this team is on a mission. He said, we're trying to win the national championship. That's our goal this year. And I do think Vandy has every ability to do so with how they're playing currently. Now, to make the college football playoffs, this team is going to have to finish the season winning these last 3 games. Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee. To be considered here, they have to go undefeated the rest of the way to make that playoff picture. And I do think this team completely understands that. They have such a quarterback advantage in this one with Diego Pavita, and I do think he is driving catalyst for the win in this game. When we turn to Auburn, like I mentioned, they did fire Hugh Freeze. Now, the firing of Hugh Freeze means the defensive coordinator is stepping up into that interim head coach role. That is DJ Jerkins coming in as the interim head coach. So looking at Auburn coming into this game, they are 4-5 on the season. We talked about that loss to Kentucky, in which they only put up 3 points. That did lead to the firing of Hugh Freeze. It does go back deeper than that. You guys have lost 5 of their last 6 games. When we look at their wins versus their losses, they did have wins versus Baylor, South Alabama, Ball State, and Arkansas. Those losses coming to that last one, Kentucky, then Missouri, Georgia, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma. I think Vandy is going to be too much for them in this one. You look at Auburn, you look at their ability to run the ball. That's definitely the strength of Auburn out there, using their legs, moving the chains on the ground. But you look at that against Vandy's defense, That's where Vandy's defense really has that strength. So I think Auburn's going to struggle to move this ball. Now, Auburn does have a strong defense, but we have seen glimpses of vulnerability against that pass. With Diego Pavita coming out here with his strength, with his arm, as well as his ability to use his legs, I just think Vanderbilt outmatches Auburn in this one. Plus, Vanderbilt has so much more to play for. Now, I know if Auburn can start to string together some wins, they could get bowl eligibility, but I just don't think it is happening. And I think this team has already realized that their season is done. I'm going to look for Vandy laying the 6.5 points. I know it's a lot, but I think that they win this one by close to double digits. If they're able to do that, it is because Diego Pavita has come out nice and strong in this game. Now, he has 6 rushing touchdowns on the season, and I do like his ability to throw them up as well. I would take him over the 1.5 passing touchdowns, honestly, in this game. The over 1.5 passing touchdowns coming in at plus 130. I also think it's worth looking at him because I like the over 1.5 passing touchdowns at over 208.5 passing yards. I think we're gonna see him open up with his arms. You look at Diego and you look at his ability to make those long, deep plays out there on the field. His longest pass completion of the season was for 67 yards. He's passed for a total of 2,063 yards, averaging 8.6 per. He's had 18 passing touchdowns on the board. I do think the over 1.5 passing touchdowns, because the value we're getting is right there. Now, rushing wise, we're seeing him light things up with his legs as well. 99 carries for 501 yards, averaging 5.1 yards per carry. His longest rush being 36 yards and 6 rushing touchdowns. When we look at him in this game, I do think if you look at his rushing and passing prop, it's a great way to go. I already like his passing numbers over the 208.5. When you add in the rushing to his passing, that number is 255.5. So when we look at this game, you guys, I'm so high on Vandy. I have to lay the 6.5 with Vandy, and I'm going to go with Diego Pavita to come out big. I'll take him over the 1.5 passing touchdowns, over 208.5 passing yards, and then the over 255.5 rushing and passing yards in this game. Now, defensively, I think we're going to see that step up out of Vandy's defense to be able to solidify a nice big win in this one. You look at Auburn, you look at their struggles. They're going to have to put the ball up through the air, which is not their strong suit. They're better on the ground. Because I think they're going to put it up through the air, I think Vandy has every ability of getting that pick 6. I will look at Vandy for the defensive touchdown in this. You guys know I love going there. It's coming in at plus 550. I think this is a great game if you're a Vandy fan, not if you're an Auburn fan. Auburn takes another loss in this one. I know there's a lot of play out there on the bounce back situation after coach is fired, but I think Auburn, their season is done. Vandy has way too much to play for. Look for Vandy to come out big. You guys, thank you for joining me here to break down this game. All the best in all of your bets. Make sure you do hit that like button, hit the notification bell so you know when these free videos drop, and check out everything over here on Picks and Parlays on YouTube. And if you're looking for the handicappers best bets, don't forget about that weekend warrior package, as well as getting the picks for the rest of the season for just that $8.30. But you guys, drop below this video what you're liking out there between Auburn and Vandy. If you're rolling with Auburn in this one to really keep fighting out there for bowl eligibility, let me know. Let me know if you're willing to take them straight up on the money line. That is going to take some guts versus this Vandy team who left it all on the field in the fourth quarter versus Texas last week to only come up short and lose by those 3 points. 21 unanswered points. I can't go against Vandy. Vandy all day for me, or a pass. I'll lay the 6.5. You guys, fire it up to laying 9.5. All the best in all of your bets. Until next time, stay hot. Let's make some freaking money.